Hello and welcome back to Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you something. When you think of the dirtiest place in your house, what comes to mind? Most of us instantly imagine the toilet, right? It feels obvious. But here's the shocking truth. The toilet is nowhere near the dirtiest thing in your home. In fact, there are everyday objects you touch, use, and even put close to your face that are harboring thousands, sometimes millions more germs than a toilet seat. And the scariest part? You probably never clean them because you don't even think of them as dirty. Today, we're exposing the top 10 household items that collect more germs than a toilet. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your kitchen, living room, or even your phone the same way again. 1. Your kitchen sponge. That innocent sponge sitting by your sink is actually one of the dirtiest things in your home. Studies show that a used sponge can hold 10 million more bacteria per square inch than a toilet seat. Why? Because it's constantly wet, porous, and filled with food particles, the perfect breeding ground for bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. Every time you wipe a counter or wash a plate, you're not removing germs, you're spreading them. And here's the worst part. Rinsing with water or soap doesn't kill them. It actually helps some bacteria adapt and become stronger. Experts recommend microwaving your sponge for 1 minute if it's microwave safe, or tossing it into the dishwasher on high heat. But honestly, the safest option is to replace it every 1 to 2 weeks. Otherwise, you're basically rubbing your dishes with a germ colony every day. Your smartphone. Think about it. When was the last time you disinfected your phone? Most people touch their phone hundreds of times a day, after using the bathroom, eating food, or touching dirty surfaces. Studies have found that smartphones carry up to 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. That's because they're warm, constantly handled, and rarely cleaned. Even worse, you press them against your face, right next to your mouth and nose, the perfect entry points for bacteria. Some people even bring their phones into the bathroom, which adds another layer of contamination. To protect yourself, wipe your phone regularly with disinfectant wipes designed for electronics and avoid using it in germ-heavy areas like public restrooms. Otherwise, that shiny screen you can't live without may be quietly fueling colds, acne, or even stomach bugs. 3. Cutting boards. Your cutting board is a silent trap for germs. When you slice raw meat, poultry, or fish, juices seep into the tiny grooves left by your knife. Even after washing, bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria can remain trapped inside those cuts. In fact, some cutting boards have been found to contain 200 times more bacteria than a toilet seat. Every time you chop vegetables or fruit afterward, those germs can transfer directly to your food. Wooden boards, while natural, are especially prone to soaking in bacteria if not cleaned properly. The safest way to handle this? Always use separate boards, one for raw meat and another for fruits and veggies. Scrub them with hot soapy water, sanitize with vinegar or diluted bleach, and replace heavily worn boards when grooves get too deep. Otherwise, your fresh salad could be carrying yesterday's chicken germs. 4. TV remotes. It's the one item almost everyone touches, but no one ever cleans. The television remote is handled by kids, adults, and sometimes even guests, often while eating snacks, sneezing, or coughing. Crumbs and dirt fall between the buttons, and bacteria thrive in those dark, tight spaces. One study found remotes in hotel rooms to be among the dirtiest objects, often more contaminated than the bathroom sink. Since you usually touch the remote with unwashed hands and then touch your face, germs can easily transfer. To fix this, wipe down your remote at least once a week with disinfectant wipes, especially if someone in your home is sick. Number 5. Toothbrush holders. Here's a shocker. The toothbrush holder in your bathroom often has more germs than the toilet seat itself. Why? Because it's constantly exposed to water, toothpaste residue, and sometimes even splashes from flushing toilets if it's nearby. Moisture builds inside the holder, creating a damp environment where bacteria and mold thrive. Every time you put your toothbrush back, you're placing it into a germ-filled container. Over time, this can affect your oral health and even your immune system. To reduce the risk, clean your toothbrush holder weekly with hot water and soap, and make sure it dries completely before putting brushes back in. It's one of those overlooked spots that silently collects bacteria right where you least expect it. 6. Refrigerator handles. Think about it. How many times do you touch your fridge handle in a day? Probably dozens, often while cooking, handling raw food, or snacking. Now imagine all those germs being transferred and layered on top of one another. Studies have found fridge handles to be among the dirtiest surfaces in the kitchen, often containing dangerous bacteria like E. coli. The reason is simple: you rarely think to clean them. And yet, you touch them before grabbing fresh food, making cross contamination a huge risk. The solution? Wipe them down daily with disinfectant wipes, especially after cooking with raw meat. That simple habit can save your family from a lot of unnecessary sickness. 7. Pillows and pillowcases. Your pillow might look clean, but under the surface, it's a germ paradise. Every night, you shed sweat, oils, dead skin cells, and sometimes even saliva onto your pillow. Over time, these create the perfect environment for dust mites, bacteria, and even fungi to thrive. One study found that pillows can accumulate millions of fungal spores within just a few months. If you often wake up with acne, allergies, or stuffy sinuses, your pillow could be to blame. The solution? Wash your pillowcases at least once a week in hot water and replace pillows every 1 to 2 years. Using pillow protectors can also help. Sleeping on a dirty pillow is basically resting your face on a germ farm every night. 8. Light switches. How often do you think about cleaning your light switches? Almost never, right? Yet everyone in the house touches them daily. Sometimes with dirty hands, sometimes while sick, sometimes right after sneezing or coughing. Over time, germs build up and transfer from one person to another. Research has found light switches can carry hundreds of times more bacteria than a toilet seat. Since they're in constant use, they're one of the easiest ways for germs to spread silently between family members. Wiping them weekly with a disinfectant cloth takes seconds but can dramatically reduce the spread of illness in your home. 9. Keys. Your house keys and car keys go everywhere with you. In your bag, your pockets, sometimes even on public counters. They're touched after pumping gas, handling money, or opening doors, yet most people never think to clean them. Keys can harbor bacteria, viruses, and even traces of harmful metals over time. Since you handle them multiple times a day, germs easily transfer to your hands and then to your face. To fix this, give your keys a quick wipe down with disinfectant at least once a week. It's a small habit that goes a long way in protecting your health. 10. Reusable shopping bags. Environmentally friendly? Yes, but hygienic? Not always. Reusable shopping bags are often thrown in cars, placed on the floor, or used to carry raw meat and vegetables. The combination of food residue, moisture, and warmth makes them perfect germ breeding grounds. Studies have shown that many reusable bags contain harmful bacteria like E. coli, sometimes at levels dangerous to children. Since they're rarely washed, they can contaminate new groceries every single time you shop. The solution is simple. Wash your bags regularly in hot water and designate separate ones for raw foods and fresh produce. Protecting the planet is great, but protecting your health is just as important. So, there you have it, the top 10 household items that collect more germs than a toilet. Surprised? Most of us never think twice about sponges, remotes, or even our phones. But these everyday objects can be far dirtier than we realize. The good news is, with just a little awareness and simple cleaning habits, you can cut down the risk dramatically. Now here's my question for you. Which of these shocked you the most? Was it the sponge, your phone, or maybe the pillow you sleep on every night? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, sharing your experience might help someone else keep their home a little safer.